y'all. It's your cover girl, Midwest Princess, Kelsey Nykole, and you are now rocking with 24/7 Magazine.
Everybody don't know this, but you was in my office before, and you came in there and I kicked you out and said you couldn't sing.
Yes, you did.
You came a long way. How does it
Yes,
feel?
I've come a very long way, and it feels amazing. I let comments of that nature drive me and motivate me. I wasn't mad in any way, shape, or form. I knew what I had inside of me, and I knew for other people to believe in what I believed in that was inside of me, I would have to really work and hone my craft and really make everybody, into believers. And so far, so good. I have.
Okay, and I know you take a lot of criticism for a lot of things, and we talked about this before in my office too. Like a couple years later, you're like, why is everybody not messing with? Why they think I'm such a bad chick? But you took that criticism and you done really made it into of the person who you are. What was the hardest thing that someone ever said about you that it just touched you the most?
It's tough. That's tough. The thing that drove me to be better and to do better was just constantly being told I wasn't good enough. Constantly being told that such and such was better than me. You know what I'm saying? Even on just the local scene and that grind, there were other women who were, doing shows and, cahoots and competition who were also singers, but I knew I had the ability to not just be a singer, like a lot of singers just are, but I had the ability to be a true entertainer and to really be great at what it is that I do. And because of my will to keep moving no matter what anybody said, and my growth and my grind, I got a lot of respect and I got a lot of love when it all boiled down to it. So.
Okay, now Shopaholic. Tell us a little bit about Shopaholic for those who don't know.
Shopaholic was my single a couple years ago, and it's about basically a female who has a shopping problem. That whole inspiration for that song came about when I was out of town with my manager, and we had a break-in in our car, and the friend that we went to go see out of town, he ended up giving us giving us everything that we needed to get our stuff back. And we went out and we had a big shopping spree, and with that amount of money that I had at that moment, I was like, okay, I have a shopping problem. I need to cut this out. And it definitely taught me how to spend my money a little more wisely after that when I got these amounts of money. But Shopaholic is about, it's a very fun pop song. I loved it because it made me stand apart from a lot of the different artists that I was on the local scene with. It was pop, it was fun, it was cute. We did a great video with Tommy Smalls, and it did nice numbers, and it was a fun little movement.
Okay, now we know you're a dancer, actor, model, reality show star now. Coming up from then to now, which one is still your biggest passion?
Out of all the titles that I have, my biggest passion is my biggest passionate title is being a mother. Being in this industry, I have to be away from my child, sometimes, but being a mother, a good mother, is the most important thing to me over anything. I always keep in touch with my son. I always go visit my son as much as I can, and as much as I'm on the go and chasing my dream, he's older, so he understands, and I want to be the parent that he looks at when he gets older. He has a dream, and he knows I can do this no matter what nobody said, because my mama did it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my biggest passion, that's my biggest motivation, and that's my biggest, most important title.
Okay, now the reality show, how did that come about?
Well, the reality show came about when I met Ghost, and we started being involved with each other, and he spoke a couple times about it, about them asking him years ago when the show first started, and he said he wasn't dealing with anybody that he wanted to do anything like that with. He didn't care for the whole TV realm and putting his business out there, but because of some things that he went through that summer, just on a personal note, and just things that, you know, issues that he had in relationships and just trust issues, and, you know, being in the industry for 20 years now, you know, he has a weird way of loving, and you know, it became a good opportunity for him to learn and grow, and, you know what I'm saying, and it took some convincing a little bit, you know what I'm saying, from other people, because he was just really against it. And I was like, you know, if that's something you want to do, cool, but if not, whatever. But he ended up saying he wanted to do it because he figured it could help him, and it could have helped us. But when the truth came out, you know, it was what it was. But that's how all that came about.
Okay. Now, a lot of people compare a lot of the reality shows, and a lot of the girls on there be ratchet. You still maintain to keep a lot of class about yourself. Explain why.
I didn't want to continue that negative trend, especially for black women. In my past, I've had troubles with kind of containing myself, but in this situation, I knew it was best for me to, you know, stand my ground and let it be known that I was not going to be disrespected, but to also be a woman and not a little girl, you know? So I've grown a lot, you know, I've learned a lot, and I'm at a point now where I want to portray positivity. I want to portray strength. I want to portray resilience, and not that, oh, you know, nobody's going to talk to me any kind of way, or I'm going to beat you up if ABC, you know, it doesn't have to always resort to fighting necessarily. You know, when you're physically attacked, cool, but, you know, it's just, you got to be bigger and better than certain things sometimes and rise above.
Okay, now you have a hot single out with the platinum producer, Looney Tunes. Tell us a little about the single and how that came about.
Well, the single is called Can't Feel My Legs, and it's available on iTunes right now, so get it. It's a very hot, sexy R&B song, very in the now. Looney Tunes produced it, Grammy Award winning producer. He's amazing, and it came about from me sitting in my first session with him, actually. It was an honor to be working with him, and, you know, likewise from him to me. And we got in there, and he was in the middle of making the track. So I didn't want to disturb him. I wanted him to keep the juices flowing, and it was a good energy. So I sat down, I made 7 hooks to what he had started on. So it wasn't what it is, you know what I'm saying? And in the beginning of making it, it didn't have the very sexy vibe that it does. It had a few different vibes, so I wrote a few different hooks. And the hook for Can't Feel My Legs was the first hook that I wrote, but it was the last hook that I presented, because I wasn't all the way sure about it. But once I presented it, it fit, it was in the pocket, and he continued to make the track around where I went with the lyrics, and therefore Can't Feel My Legs.
Okay, so what have you been doing lately?
Lately, I've been working very hard on building my brand as Kelsey Nykole, separate from the Ghostface girlfriend couples therapy brand. Definitely capitalizing off of, you know, everything that happened, you know, on gaining my television fan base and introducing my music and my passion, my love for music to the people. And the response has been phenomenal, you know, with people listening in and commenting and, you know, accepting that this is what I do and this is who I am. It's been really great. But I've been doing lots of shows, you know, got my dancers in my show together. Definitely been in a lot of different events, you know, covering the Atlanta Southern region, really building my brand, doing radio, blogs, you know, magazines, all kinds of great media outlets are attracted to the situation that I had, the situation that I have in my future. So it's really exciting, and I'm definitely looking into the acting. I just got a role for a stage play called Single Husbands. It's from a book, New York bestseller book. So they did a stage play in Cali and it did really well. So they brought it to Atlanta, and I got casted for that, which will be taking the stage at the beginning of November here in Atlanta. So really excited. You know, been working on my acting skills, and it's paying off because they loved my audition and I got the role. And definitely still performing, recording, writing, growing as an artist. So just working.
Okay, cool. So tell people how they can get in contact with you.
Okay. Y'all can get in contact with me and stay connected with me on Instagram and Twitter at the Kelsey Nykole. Note, my Nicole is spelled Nykole. But Instagram and Twitter is the Kelsey Nykole. You can search me on Facebook, Kelsey Nykole, and shoot me a like. You can also search me. On YouTube and subscribe to the channel. Search Kelsey Nykole. You can check out music, videos, performance footage, all things Kelsey Nykole. You can Google me, Kelsey Nykole, all that good stuff will pop up for you. But remember, it's Nykole, Kelsey Nykole. Hit me up at heykelsey.com. Let's stay connected.